So like I went too straight, just getting comfortable. If I had just a little one, and I had a bend, and he did a spine to me, I could jump on back.
Yeah.
But I was too straight. So when he did the spine, it actually rotated me. I went, oh fuck, that's no longer in range.
I was actually in my head expecting 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, no, me too. But then you changed the angle and the range, and I went, I just lost my counter. And I wasn't considering multiple counters. I only had the one in mind, which was the spine.
Yeah.
So I wasn't thinking elastico and bump. So the second you stepped after doing it and moved me, I went, I didn't have that in my head already, which I should have. And I went, oh, I just kind of froze and went, oh crap. Like, just, yeah, that was good. I think you're still too covered.
Yeah?
Like, yeah. But you're,
coming into, it's got to be,
yeah.
But also I want to do a shot.
I feel like I'm mostly countering you, and you're having to counter my counter, which is harder. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
I was trying to open.
Yeah. It was like, sounds weird, but almost at this beginning part. I know it's hard. Because also if they do just drive through, you want to be covered,
Yeah, I've tried down there before and you've come through.
Yeah. I almost like to do this, and then as I drop backwards, like open, and then come back in a little, because I almost suss out the range off the first shot or two.
Yeah.
And then I can see, because even if I just come in here, and you go for an attack, I go here, then even here I'm going to go bang, and leave it, and then hope you go for something.
Then it's open straight away.
Yeah, exactly. So like I come in covered at the very beginning for the first one. Yeah. And then if they don't lash out, I open almost straight away.
As you're going backwards.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm not just standing on range, like
All good.
Yeah.
You can keep going a bit.
Yeah, I might skip knife today.
Yeah, because
just do machete and katana. Yeah, because we keep missing out on some of the katana, or the camera cuts out on it a bit. Yeah. I think that's, I think this is beneficial because once again, this will transfer into the machete. And the katana as well. Yeah. So the katana, I don't think you have as much of a problem with the spine deflections because you don't have the left hand as an option.
No, it's not.
So it is technically your left hand retracting on the dos manos for the spines. So yeah. So like come up here, float back, and So like I don't even strike most of the time. Yeah. Like I'll literally almost just float up, and then like because also like you do that float up thing, where you go here and then float back. Yeah. People do that and miss with the spine deflections and spine speed assist. Yeah. And like and they'll do a punch step through kind of thing. So you go up here and then float back. And like they step in, and you do that again. Yeah. You go up, and then float backwards. One's misses. Yeah. Even my like looping one. Misses, like you both come up, and I go. And nearly everything misses. And because it's only the edge, because like you're not.
It's right on the range.
Yeah. So even if I step,
I can still
go through.
Back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. You don't have to drop it till you're out of range if you want. So like just in case you come up here, like I said,
just charge
back and that goes through. But if you step backwards and I haven't done anything, now I drop it. Yeah. Because then people go and miss. Because they're like, fuck, I thought you were still in range. I thought you were about to re-enter. And like, yeah. Okay. Sorry.
No, keep starring back.
Yeah, and it's the retraction again. Yeah. It's the floating in and out. It becomes a smaller float, and then a bigger float with a step. Yeah. Okay. Now it feels like
Yeah. I've got yeah,
good. Once again, your hand went for it. Should have been the sword.
Should have.
Especially if it's down the middle. And that was low.
Yeah.
So if you still do an elastico, lead with the feet and head and feet first, then the sword.
Yeah, think of this.
So like you did head and feet and you went out that way.
Yeah.
And I think I did a little shuffle.
I need to just...
I go more the other side. Palm down's better.
Oh, okay, you're going this way.
Palm down. So that side.
Oh, okay. Where am I?
Like palm down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
So you're going
that's better because once again, think of like the speed assist.
Oh,
that's wrist down for like the shoulder mechanics. So I'm like, just that's not as strong. It feels like a Kimura to me. This is the stronger one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, like it's probably not good to have a preference, but I definitely notice a speed and strength difference on the wrist down one.
Okay.
And it also is the same footwork for the back side, which is our better footwork.
Yeah, going to that.
That's what I mean. Like that way, you don't have to think about the footwork side of it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you're going to have to get that left foot crossover, which we're not as good at. Which I want us to do.
Yeah.
But if you're having to do both the hands and the feet for two new things that you're not as used to, it's going to mess you up.
Yeah.
So if you do the wrist down one, that way you don't have to think about the feet because it's already automatic kind of. So like, I think you had it almost pointed. Like, I think you went down and you were like here.
Yeah.
So go down.
Yeah.
And I think I did like that.
Yeah.
And if you just went palm down to your chest and backside, but throw your leg as you do it. So the same, when that hits, your leg should have already moved.
Yeah, it's the same mechanics. So.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And also, it sounds weird, but and like if you after you do that, I sometimes will step back with the right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm going like here and whip out, and then I'll float.
Yeah, because you're getting back in.
Yeah, so like you should be able to like off this, do this, that, get that, and then step back with the right.
Now you're into what
exactly. Now it's very much like the continuous defensive floating in and out. You're expecting to lash out afterwards the shot because you probably will take my throat out, but I won't be dead straight away.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Once again, you're thinking of the follow-ups. Yeah. So that the way you opened them was way better. Like that felt heaps like the pulgada drill.
Yeah. See, that was starting to flow.
Yeah.
So that was the right way.
And it's just because you opened up earlier, but you're also close enough to make me want to counter because you used to do it out of range. That's one Tom's been having. He's getting closer now, which is good.
Yeah.
And he's learned a couple more, like not just the back sack. He likes the roll one now, and he's looking at a couple other counters where he's going, oh, I like those. Like, yeah.
I'm thinking if he lashes
I did the exact same. I was like, I'm going to do that. Like, he's going to pull back. We're going to play counter game. That's it. I need to observe.
Just in case.
Open. Now we can play. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm doing so many down the middle shots.
Yeah,
these
starting to become easy.
The spine deflection, so probably still the better option. Because I like do the spine, but then if that came back, now it's the hand. Yeah. That's what I'm looking at it as. Right. Because Ray does very like.
Oh yeah, double.
Pepper. But you're like, fuck. So like that's it. Like I'm going like spine, last. You got to get past both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, you'll see every now and then, even I'll do a move, and you'll just like do a little move, and I'll just do that.
Yeah.
I'll just go, Jesus. So you'll see me do random stuff, and then just every now and then.
Yeah.
And it's I'm not even fully doing it, but you can see that I'm ready to do a spine.
Well, you don't want to commit on them.
Yeah.
Because it was too solid.
And if I'm not already in motion, sometimes you just get me.
Yeah.
Because that can be so fast. But if I think you even move a little, and I've already moved my head and done that motion, even if you haven't done the attack, you just do a little flinch.
Yeah.
I do that heaps. And then if you didn't lash out, then I'll do something like that maybe.
Nice.
Yeah. Now you're looking way better already, to be honest. Nice. Didn't get the blade, but you like cut all the way down my forearm.
Oh, okay.
Like that like scraped down there, and I was like, oh no, that's good.
Well, the first
that's what I was saying before. I'm like, I've been going for it lately,
yeah,
and I've been accidentally getting your hand.
Yeah.
And being like, oh, that was an accident. But I'll take it. Especially that wrist down one.
Mm.
That wrist down one gets the inside, gets all the tendons and arteries.
Well, the first bit I realised I was on pulgada still with this.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh yeah, make sure you use this. So the third time you came through, I did that.
Does it still have this up?
Mm.
Yeah, it like unless they're still just not going for you at all, then I might lay it across my shoulder.
Yeah.
I do that for knife a lot more, where like people go, you're just not open, like your head is always covered, so then I'll almost lay that across.
Yeah.
And then it makes them want to actually go for it. Like
Nice.
Yeah. Shuffle snaps. This is getting real subtle though. You already know stuff. The opening up part's the hardest part. Spines first. Yeah. You touched it. That's such an annoying, like,
that's good.
That was just, Nice. Nah, I took the wrong angle. I almost also planted myself a little. And I was going to do that as a bait, but I shouldn't have turned that out.
Yeah.
I should have been like that. And I realized I have like fucked this angle up.
Jesus, okay. And too much weight probably on the front.
Yeah, that's it. Like I almost planted for like a half beat and you just saw it and went for it.
You just go and stopped.
Yeah. Nice. See, you got me there. Yeah. You're just trying to do the spines, but you're picking my hand up by accident.
They're too fast for a spine because you're already here.
No, that's what I was saying. I'm like, even though this is here, so like, I think once again, head first.
Yeah, just get it out.
And then after the head, you're doing the hand still a little.
Yeah.
So like, you went for your head then, but then your hand tried to do it.
Oh, okay.
And I just got you, I think.
Yeah.
Where, once again, if you think head, sword.
Yeah, get it out.
Sword, and that can still stay as a backup.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Because if you start peppering that towards me, I'm going off the middle, off the middle. And I'm still moving around this.
Right.
But now I'm moving thing there, and then this is stationary, so my head is moving, and the sword is moving.
Oh.
Yeah. And the tighter that is, the faster it can be.
Yeah, just get out.
Yeah. Sorry, getting sweaty. Ooh, hot day.
Yeah, it's warm.
Australia's finally warmed up again. And it took 3 years. Actually, yeah, do that for a second, where you just keep this tight, so even tighter on your body, and just do both ways. So you got that. Now start moving your head whilst doing it. Try to keep the hands still. That's the hardest part. Yeah. So the hand is still, and this is doing circles, and this is doing almost like a line. Yeah, because then it doesn't matter. And the chance of me just doing that, and I'm going no.
I don't
it's so hard for me to actually. And that's about the footwork.
Yeah.
I'm like, your footwork still gives you elasticos and elbows and stuff. Once again, I don't want to plant too much.
Yeah.
So I actually stay a little bit squarer whilst I do that, and I'm doing more vertical.
Yeah.
Like steps.
Well, what I was thinking
because
then,
once I can actually read the angle, then I'll pick the line.
Yeah.
But I find that if I pick the line, then what happened just then, where I've like gone here and I've exposed something.
But I felt like I had to threaten you then. Like as I did that, if I did something that may make you retract a bit, and then I can try a shot.
Yeah.
Because like by staying like this,
you're right.
Just going to keep,
But that's where the footwork comes in, because if I miss one, where like instead, like if I go here and you don't have to do a spine, and you just float backwards or something.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm going, oh crap, because you can get that easily.
Yeah.
And if I pull that back, you can follow through. Now I have to do that. You pull your hand back, bang, and the spine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the combination of the pulgada with the footwork and the spine deflections, and you need to almost alternate them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're relying too heavily on the pulgada.
Yeah, I'm just.
And now you're just getting the spines down. You're almost not doing the pulgada because you're just thinking about the spines.
Yes.
So it's and that's
Oh, yeah.
I was the exact same. So
You got to match it.
yeah. So now it's a weird combination of like lining both up and then deciding at the last second which one.
Yeah, which one?
Yeah. Because like you go for like a move.
Yeah.
And I'm doing both an elastico like out here and that.
Yeah.
But then I realized that it was a stab, so I can actually step back in with my footwork.
Yeah,
because I only needed that. Didn't need the elastico.
Yeah.
And then other times you're doing an actual slash at me. Oh, yeah, that one. And now I only needed the elastico. I didn't do the spine because I realized like I was like lining up the spine in case it was a stab.
Yeah.
And then I've gone, I don't need the spine. Elastico was enough. Re-enter. But yeah. But I'm kind of, you can see I'm kind of getting ready for both.
Yeah, just in case.
Like yeah. Once again, and there's times where it was deeper. And even like as I was saying.
Oh yeah, if I stepped.
Like Hilton's steps.
Yeah.
That he's been doing with the
Yeah,
double
so
step.
like,
Where that wouldn't have been an elastico for me. Like it would have been if you didn't step.
Yeah.
Like if you just went for it, I would have
that's
gone.
elastico,
And I would have got a re-entry. The
Yeah.
second you stepped, I went, Jesus. But now I can pick up everything else.
Okay.
So if you just start doing an elastico with that, I think that combo would just cover so much.
Okay. Bring it up to.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Almost try to do them simultaneously for a while, and then after a while you'll be able to pick and choose a little bit easier. Yeah, whenever I'm not sure, you'll see me do that. I'll throw my head sideways and just go, Jesus, and then come back.
But you are loaded.
But I've loaded,
Yeah.
I'm tight. I can almost speed assist off it on both sides. Because I've gone here, and that's the other thing. It really does bring that Dog Brothers speed assist in. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No.
You're good. That actually surprised me.
Nah, you're feeding.
Yeah.
It's alright. Yeah.
Sorry. That was more spine anyway.
Yeah. Planted.
It's hard. We've got so many options now. Now I'm not repeating like much.
Yeah.
I'm rotating through different things. But it's also because once again, anytime you change something, it's going to make you dip backwards. You're going to have more holes and more range problems.
I'm feeling so
you're
slow
You're
today.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today feels like I'm doing about 80% of what I normally do, like
Yeah.
that movement.
Yeah. You're usually a lot more like.
Yeah.
I can't read where you're going. But at the moment, it almost looks like you're coming in and then just circling.
Yeah.
And
so
you're on the same
that's
line.
how it feels to me.
Yeah, but it's because you're having to think about some stuff.
But also, when I was looking at the video,
Yeah.
I'm jumping around like that,
Yeah.
and you're still just cruising.
Yeah.
So I'm using double the energy you
I was
are.
going to say, I have noticed that there's times where we get 20 minutes into like a constant sparring and it goes up in level, and at the end of it, you're panting and I'm not, or
Yeah.
you're sweaty and I'm not.
Yeah.
And I've gone, okay, so you are using more energy, but
So
but I do stop. Like you move constantly, and you've always been better that way.
Yeah.
And the ones where you catch me the worst is when I have like gone, I'm going to bait, bang, and go, oh, I'm so happy I stopped moving and baited. So like I know that there's moments where I go, yeah, you are using more energy, but at the same time, it
seems to work.
it's keeping you safe. But like I said, you got to conserve energy as well. That if it gets drawn out too long.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying about like the bait thing, because I'm like, if you just stay covered and have to just keep using energy and keep moving the whole time, eventually you're going to get tired and sloppy and then open up the longer it gets drawn out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if you can open up earlier to force them to go for something, gives you a cleaner finish earlier. So it means that you don't have to gas. So
I think I'll speed up once I open up.
Yeah.
Because I've been trying to maintain that speed and I'm too slow today.
Yeah, the reactions. Yeah, you're right. It
how
starts off quite like.
Yeah, quite cruisy.
Like very like, what are we doing kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then the second one person goes for this.
Yeah.
Now
that's when
everything goes full speed. And then it goes back.
Yeah, to quiet.
That's it. That's where I think Ray lulls everyone.
Yeah.
Because Ray just here and he just like relaxes, and then out of nowhere just flicks out, and you're like, Jesus Christ! Like the change of like pace then.
Yeah.
Like, you use like very like.
Very.
And then just. You're like, Jesus, like. Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'll try a bit of that now.
Yeah. I did the fall. I just realised I'm like, I keep going to here and back, and I was like, what if I just did the slight fall? My knuckle did that bounce off the spine into the hand. You all good?
Yeah, just I know you're feeding, and that's it. That's all right. But
it's all good. It's all
yeah, I know.
It's only until I see you start to get the spines down, and then I'll stop it.
Yeah, okay.
Like I'll go back to my normal thing. Unless you just want me to fight normal for a minute, just to see how you feel.
Yeah, just go.
No, it's all good. Patient thing's so annoying. You're like, come on, throw something.
Do something.
Yeah. You nicked me as well. Interesting. Felt like I pushed you back.
That's right, you're pushing me back here. Great.
You got me across the face though.
Yeah.
Gave me a scar on the eye.
I was trying to fall with it, but somehow I must have stayed centre-line still. So it's...
No, you fell with it, but I rotated on the elastico.
Oh, okay.
So like you did a backhand, I leant, and then yeah. Once again, like that, I'm seeing a triangle.
Yeah.
But only if I was able to dodge it. Because a lot of people just see that coming. You go, oh, and it powers through. Or they do a bad elastico and it lands.
Yeah.
But if I think I can get the actual elastico, that's a triangle that I could thread through.
I still should have used that's when that would have come in.
Both of us, that's where that should have come
the
up.
old bump.
Or if we could also spine deflect, but in that situation,
I think two out.
I think the hand's better.
Yeah.
Because I said we both are 2 out.
Yeah, it was
But
simultaneous.
if one of us, like, if I went up, or if you went roll.
Yeah.
And then when next move is we both
coming in.
doing,
Okay.
Interesting. So I might skip katana and just keep going on this.
Yeah, this is.
So that's it. Like, this is where everything falls back into this.
Yeah, it's doing something.
This is the lessons from this is we should do a katana anyway.
Yeah.
Like the same thing where I'm going to come in, load it up, open, and then still going, bait, step through, back and block, move my head, re-enter. Sorry, that sounded bad.
It was good.
Sounded funny, sorry. That was unfortunate. I was like, I'm just going to step in and see what happens. But you happen to be lower, so it actually almost fed through the hand.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, I feel like I do it.
I don't think I've used that one today either.
Yeah, it was just.
It's been over an hour and I'm like, I'm going to slot that in.
I'm flat-footed.
I'm messing with angles a lot. You're actually getting, it probably feels like you're not improving, but you're actually getting harder and harder to hit.
I feel
You're
so.
harder to hit than 10 minutes ago, and 10 minutes ago was harder than 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So you are like, you're getting better at the timing, and it's because you're not feeding as much now. You were just throwing stuff out there before.
Yeah.
Your hand has crept back.
Right.
Because I was getting heaps of just
the hand shots.
These. I'm not getting those now.
Okay.
And you're on the edge of range, and you're coming in now.
Yeah.
And even if you're covered or not covered, you're not throwing. You're waiting, and you're in range.
Right.
And it's making me like go, oh, like every single time I'm going, now. It's making me want to lash out.
Oh, good.
Which is really bad
At
for
least
me.
it's
really bad for me. I'm having to really control myself. Like I know, as I was saying, like it probably feels like it's not getting better for you, but it's gradually getting harder and harder for me every
so
10
it's
minutes.
triggering you.
And it's making me see all these false openings.
Right.
And it's making me paranoid now.
Oh, good.
Because I'm like, so like 2 or 3 out of every 4 shots is a trap right now.
Yeah.
And you're just waiting patiently in the right range, and you're not too close or too far. You're like right on the right range.
Right.
And your weight's okay.
Yeah.
Which is even worse because it means you can ambidextrously move from that position. So I just keep seeing you like here or here, and you're not throwing. You're going.
Yeah.
And observing, and then all of a sudden you're opening,
there you go.
and then you're going for something, and then I know you're coming through,
Right.
and I'm halfway through my moves, having to cancel and throw myself backwards or sideways because you've timed it so well.
Okay.
That like I'm not even getting to here.
Yeah.
I'm getting to like here, and I'm seeing you fall and something slash upwards, and me go Jesus, and then like I'll do this, and you just float away, and then you're already re-entering, and I'm going, what the fuck, like I'm not even getting halfway through my attack before you're moving with your feet and returning the counter.
Yeah.
That forces me to not just bail on my attack, but also have to physically move with my feet and head, and then usually address it with one of these as well.
Yeah.
So you're forcing my actions now.
Oh, nice.
You're controlling me more than I'm controlling you, which is interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
As I was saying, I'm like, it's actually really interesting. Yeah, it's frustrating me, but I'm seeing it annoy you because it's actually making me more timid. Because I'm starting to go, this is now all traps.
Oh,
and I'm like, even though I'm like, no, like, but in a good way.
Yeah, I didn't know it was tempting, like you're actually seeing it tempting.
I'm constantly seeing stuff that I want to go for.
Okay, well,
but it's not a real opening.
No.
And that's the trap of it all, and I'm going, oh crap, like now I'm being set up.
Okay.
And now it's making me, it's like, so when you fight Ray, and he suddenly has a hole. You know, that doesn't usually be, that's not usually there.
Yeah.
And he kind of like he smiles at you and you're like, oh, you want me to go for it. And you're like, yeah, but that hole's never there and I actually do want to go for it.
Yeah,
You're like, I know it's a trap. Right? Yeah, exactly. No, so what you're doing is good. Yeah.
I feel that bit's good, but my reactions...
I stopped feeding and you actually got better.
Yeah, I find it harder when you feed because it slows. It's
actually almost an unintentional broken rhythm when I feed. Because now I'm not doing my normal speed, and then I'm going like here's a random thing, and then I see an actual hole and I go full feed. And I think it's it. You get the slow of the feeding, and then the fast of the real ones, and that broken rhythm I think fucks with your timing too much.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you should throw that in there and think,
I'm like, maybe I need to feed, but not
consciously say I'm feeding now. I don't know.
Or like, I think I still need to do the same thing, but still keep it on the body more.
Yeah.
So like, instead of me going like,
it's 2 feet
like that. Yeah. Still do those. You see like the speed of it.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm going.
Right.
And then when I do, it's the same speed as I'm faking that the shot goes. Where I think that when I was doing my fakes before, I was coming too far out, which was getting my hand
that felt very slow.
But the slow speed of these, and then the change of speed for my real attack, that's what was really setting up all of the things, was the broken rhythm. So I'm thinking, keep that speed on the fakes, just keep it on the body. Because I'm like, when I start doing it real, I'm still going fast on the body. Where if I think I went and just didn't bring it off my body as much, well, I think that would mess with you.
I think if you brought it slowly off your body and we brought it back fast and be ready to come over.
Yeah.
Because it looked pretty tempting when you came slow and I went, it's just there.
Yeah.
But the chance if you just went over.
There are some baits I'm doing like that, but I've learned to not stop it.
Yeah.
So like I can go, like, I don't mind doing those as much.
Yeah.
Where they are
a little bit like,
yeah, that's it. But I realize that if I go and stop, you just get it.
Yeah.
So I can't be like,
don't stop.
And like,
nah.
Because then that's just a hand.
Slower out.
You're just going to go 5 or like speed or something.
Yeah.
So like I still have to be in motion.
I suppose you're thinking of the counter if you come out slowly and come back and over.
That's it. I am thinking hand counters a lot when I'm doing those ones.
That'd work.
So even when I'm coming out here, I'm thinking of the scoops and the prime and the roll and the drop down backsack thing and like. So I am thinking a lot of hand counters, like why not? But then off all of those moves, I'm thinking of the spine deflection and elastic for my defense. Yeah. So I'm like, I am thinking like here, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to drop down, and then all of a sudden you go for the head, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do that. So it's like whatever 2 or 3 hand counters plus spine and footwork. Okay. And that keeps both safe. Yeah. Do a little bit longer than cooling.
Yeah, it's pretty warm.
Yeah, it's getting cooked in the sun.
Late in a terrible way.
Yeah.
So they should be spine deflections. I shouldn't just be, I feel like I'm on pulgada.
Yeah, you still can do pulgada, but I think
if you took a second step though, I think I'd be screwed.
The pulgadas will work better for a slash.
Yeah.
So like if I'm doing these,
that's
I'm finding pulgadas better. These,
they can keep going.
I'd still do a footwork thing for that because you don't want to just have to rely on the speed of your sword. So like once again, like if I got that, but if that was too fast, at least I've gone backwards. So like it gives this an extra half a beat to actually catch up to that. Because if I'm just doing this, I could hit that and it could hit me. If I go backwards, then I can re-enter. It's a lot of that what we used to do with the like go back. And like spring step load, don't make it. Yeah,
that's what it feels like I'm doing, just going back and not loading.
Yeah, I think you're jumping out for the defensive, but you're not thinking of the counter as much.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
Yeah, and if you start to do that where you're going bang and re-enter, I mean you got to be careful with the slash and stabs ends, but if you have this up, it shouldn't matter, because even if you do a slash at me, I go here and then you stab. And even though I re-entered, I see that you left that there, and I just roll, and then go, oh, this, and now we'd actually get these coils.
Okay.
Yeah. good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that
that was already smoother.
Yeah, I thought, okay, that's better.
You actually look like you're looking for these more.
That would have been good.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, it was too offensive.
Two down the middle.
Yeah.
Now it feels like I was just drawing you forward.
Yeah,
and then timing the range off it, Yeah, you're trying to move with the circling actually, because you rarely spiral in too close now. Or if you do, you've gone here, spiral, I throw something, you just float. And I go, oh fuck, that was a trap. It's good, especially on this side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that if you're here, that used to be an opening for the stab. Now I know that that's a counter shot for you. And I have to actually play 2-3 deeper. This side I could probably go straight for it, because you're not as used to it. But that side I have to go 3 or 4 counters before I can go for a stab.
Okay, oh that's good to know.
See like that, see what I mean? I had to fake that because I'm like, you're ready. Oh, nice. So you followed.
Yeah, all that was actually kept on my body.
Yeah.
So as you went past, I had that extra
I didn't think my left hand.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm going to bait, you're going to miss, I'm going to backside. And you just kept walking with it.
Yeah,
and I didn't try to do that. I should have, like, the moment I saw that come, I should have rolled, and then I could have rolled backside.
Yeah.
But I was thinking too much about my offensive counter and not the defense, not realizing that you were chasing me.
Yeah.
That was good. By the time I read that you had the step, your attack had already started.
Yeah. Normally when I had it just there, your first shot would have nicked me.
Yeah.
So it was actually good. I've actually gone keep back.
Yeah.
That was in my head.
Yeah. And I did what you used to do here, where I didn't disconnect.
Right.
Because I just went, I'm looking for offense, and then I went double offense.
Yeah.
And you just went forward going.
There.
Yeah.
That's
where if I'd gone here, left it open, floated back,
and
then came back in. And that's what you've been doing over this side really well.
Yeah,
exactly. I didn't do the start.
Yeah.
So I don't usually go as forward as much at the beginning. And I just went, I'm just going to step. And see what happened, and I'm not used to leading the closing the gap, and then I'm usually already going backwards at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I go here, and people come forward, and I'm already going star footwork exit later.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was nice, man.
I promise so well.
Yeah, oh shit. I almost saw it in your face, you went, oh fuck. See, it almost doesn't seem that fast after a while.
No.
Nice. See, that's where, like, even now, like, that goes past.
Yeah.
I always feel like I'm just going,
you
don't need to be fast to land it if you've timed it right.
Yeah.
And the timing doesn't mean, oh, I need to speed up to get the right timing. I just have to start at the right time from the right range.
Yeah.
It's so dependent on the measurement. If you don't have the measurement, you can't get the timing.
No.
You have the measurement. So that now, like, it seems like these slow motion shots almost. Like, even if you went full speed on something.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I'm just going to reach out, and it's sort of looks like some of yours. I go past here, and you just go touch, and I'm like, oh, you just literally touched it. That's what it felt like with Ray. We're going for stuff, and he's just going spike, and then he's just going full spike. And just and if we came in aggressive, then he does aggressive back. He'll match your speed and power, like, which I think is good. Yeah. was good.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, you had this here.
Yeah.
I actually almost went for that, and you've almost gone here and over. That was really interesting because like, your hand almost disappeared that way. And I went, what the fuck? Like, and that wasn't even fast. It's just it stopped there for a second, and my initial thought was, I'm like, oh, 5. But the second I did that, your hand swung away. When you went to the tip side, and I went, Jesus. And that was just well timed. It was just an unfortunate counter that I was trying to force a move. But it was almost like you baited that.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, that's hip height. You almost stopped there, then flared it. So like, you
I remember. I think I was just thinking counters.
You literally, you flared it this way, then you did that, you did a horizontal backhand across the face, but my tip was too low because I chased the hand. So you dodged that, and then were able to clear over the top of this. So I think that came back up, but that was still high enough. That was nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
As I say, that wasn't even fast.
That was
just a technical angle thing.
Yeah.
And once again, it's because we're both in range the whole time. Because if I could hit that and you could hit that, we could hit any part of the body, but we're playing, and that was me. That was a hand counter.
Yeah.
And the hand counters set up the best headshots. Yeah, nice.
It's the old often if you're reaching across.
Yeah.
That diagonal.
It really makes you not want to go for that.
No.
That's why I fully get when Ray's just like, I want that. Yeah.
Every time I reach across to go for that hand.
Yeah, that's it. And that's 5 is such a good move.
Yeah.
We were talking about that the other day. That but like if you did a backhand, I think Titan did an elastico, so that even if you just followed through, he knows he's sorry, do it again. But like, he's already out of range. Yeah. So he's going halfway through the strike. Oh, I know I'm safe. Yeah. Take that kind of thing. I did the 5 just then. But I was stationary. If anything, I had my weight forward, so it brought my head out, which is what's so bad about chasing that low hand, because it really does bring the neck forward.
So once again, if you were ready to bounce back,
if I wasn't stationary, or if I was even better in motion going backwards, so even if like you had that low. And I went,
and I'd be coming over with that.
I already got the counter, but it's because I stayed in the middle.
Right.
Yeah, but that was well baited. I know that once again, some of the best counters and baits I've got were completely unintentional. It's just something that you happen to go for, and I just happened to move, and then I went, oh, that's open. Yeah. And you're realizing I'm low, and that you're loaded here, and you're like, oh, I'll just take that. And you don't really like, it's sort of like there's a little gap, you're going, there's a foot. Yeah. A foot opening. And then you're going, and I'm loaded and in range, and you're like, is this a trap? And you're like, no, I'm just doing it. The worst thing is, it's against rain, it is. Yeah. He's going here, you go up, you go backhand, and he goes bump, and then back sack, and you're like, shit.
Yeah, you don't go for any shot.
Yeah, you know, I might call it there.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
Okay.
No, good ending as well for you.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to watch.
That was interesting.
That's 90 minutes.
I I still thought I had to move more.
Yeah.
But even with it slow, it can still work very well.
Yeah, so like I'm like 90% sure I'm not going to post that one online. I'll have a watch of it. I think there was only a 5-minute segment in it where you actually were doing bad. With like you got confused with the feet and the hands, and you were in range and it kind of froze up. But honestly, for the majority of that, I think that was really good for you. Like even though you weren't getting it down, like the explanation and you seeing like progressively different things like working for you. Yeah. And like you said, like it probably didn't feel like it was doing much for you. No. But it was actually making me want to go for the shots. Yeah. Which is still interesting. It wasn't a complete fail. I kept getting this like false green light. And I was like, now, and I was like, no, the last time I did this, you just floated away and counted me. It's not a now. Now I'm thinking and debating with myself internally while you're still moving and doing stuff, and I'm distracting myself by overthinking, making myself half a beat behind. I'm not even thinking about the technique at that point. I'm worrying about counter games. And I definitely had to keep moving. Yeah, you kept me thinking. When I was slow but came down the center line, you picked me off pretty quickly. Yeah. Well, I'm so used to now getting around this. Yeah. And I'm like these down the middle stuff. Doesn't bother me when that's up. Yeah. And now I've got that as well, that I'm really going, I can deflect that. Even if I missed it, I've still got that. So I feel like I've got multiple, not including the feet, because the feet's first, then I've got the spines, then I've got the forearm and the head. I'm like, I have 3 or 4 layers. I'm like, yeah, go for the stub. Like, I'm like, I've got a like 60-70% chance that it won't even get to the head part. Like, and then if you've reached for the head, you've opened yourself for the counter. So I'm going, before you even get to the 3rd layer, I'm going to start attacking after the 1st or 2nd layer that you went past.
Definitely.
And it usually cancels your offense. It means you don't even get to. It wasn't many today where you did a stab and I had to roll for it, because my footwork and my spines had already dealt with it, and then you were in range, and I went, I can go for something.
Yeah, you'll just come over the top, and then like you said, I'm overbalanced.
But you started to get some of the spines down in the middle there.
Yeah.
And like there's moments where like I'd go for something and you'd just go and spine, and I'm like, Jesus. And there's 1 or 2 where I've gone for something else and you were trying to do the spine and it just got my hand. Or like you did one where like scraped up my tendons in my forearm and stuff.
So it's a cover shot.
You're going for that, but if you put your arm out, then you're going straight down there, hit that.
Yeah, so it's still a good shot when you miss.
And then once you get used to it, you can work in the fish gutter attacks of rays. They do work better with a knife, like these ones. But if you're going spine, then you just whip it into the neck. You go, I don't do this side as much. Like maybe if I did a step on that side. Once again, with the footwork. Yeah. But like that's it. If I've been doing all my attacks and I'm going spine to the hand, try to spike the hand, hit the sword counter to the head. Now you've gotten used to that. Wait for an elastico and you think I'm doing a spine deflection. On the elastico, if I realize, oh, I have this elastico, I don't need to do spine deflection. That's now in the neck. And the moment I realize that I've actually got the measurement down for the dodge and I don't need that on the sword, then that becomes offensive instead of defensive.
Okay.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, even the defensive side is a counter for offense.
Yeah.
But it means that now I can just go straight for offense. And
yeah, that's made a lot more sense.
Yeah. There's layers to it. But once again, like you said, it's a lot of learning the measurement, weight shifting. The footwork, the Reti-Rada, Dorello and Elastico, if you don't have the footwork down and the weight shifting and the measurement, there's no bother doing timing and this other counter stuff.
And the weight shifting, just not planting.
Well, it's like we're saying, like get the defense down. Once you got the defense down, open it to play counter game to actually set them up for baits and traps. But I don't want anyone to open themselves if they don't have the measurement and the defense.
No.
Because if they're just like, they're going open and then they just go dead, and you're going, oh, I'm so happy I opened myself. No, cheers for doing that.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Awesome.